It is that time of year again. It is Gencon 2023, and it is time for us to look at my top 10 picks of games I want to see in 2023. Stick around on Legendary Tactics.
Okay, so you've picked out 10 games.
I've got 10 games
that you want to check out at Gen Con 2023.
I do.
I don't know if we're going to have enough time to see all 10 of yours because I also have 10 of mine coming.
Oh my! We
in a
are
following
gonna be
video.
plowing through these then, and we'll have to make tracks when we're there.
Yes, it'll depend on how good your titles are. And
all
people out there, you know what you need to do. Make sure you let us know what you want to see at Gen Con, and let us know if you think his picks are worthy of the, I don't know, 10 minutes we'll take to...
Right, yeah. Exactly. Maybe 20. Who knows these things? All right. Well, let's kick it off.
Number 1?
Number 10.
Number 10, we're going to go reverse.
Why don't we go reverse?
Yes, okay. We'll build to the number 1.
Exactly.
I love it.
I'm going to start with the game called Distilled.
Oh, Distilled, okay.
I had seen this game actually about a year ago. I was already kind of starting to look at what's coming up in 2023, and Distilled caught my eye because Distilled struck me very similar to Viticulture.
Some facts. This is a 1 to 5 player game.
Yeah.
We're looking at
you're purchasing goods, you're upgrading your distillery. It is a bit long.
It's a long game.
Okay, it is a bit long. Yeah.
About $90 US.
Yep, and you are crafting the world's finest spirits.
Okay.
And so I thought to myself, hey, if Viticulture won my heart, maybe Distilled can too.
Well, and I know you love a good hand management game. I assume this has that.
Yeah, now the 2.5 hour mark, that's a bit long, but you know what? If it engrosses me, I'm in.
If I've already played Brass Birmingham, though, do I really need Distilled?
If you played Viticulture, would you give it a chance?
I mean,
that's my question.
It's another one of those names, right?
That's right, exactly.
Yeah,
so
it's in that vein.
Yeah. After Viticulture, I will never say no now.
Perfect.
A wine and spirit making game.
All right, Distilled, we're on our way.
Number 9, we have Acquire.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
So
that's a no-brainer. We have to see that one.
Yeah, we have to see it. It's a reboot of Acquire, one of my all-time favorites. And so I coming in around the $50 US mark, I believe. And I'm really curious to see what they've done.
Yeah,
I mean,
brilliant.
The bar's been set pretty high for some of the previous, incarnations of the game. But I'm really curious to see what they can do.
And you're 2 for 2 on economic games here. So you're really loving the economy. This one is you're buying hotel chains. You are trying to link them up in order to either grow and double your shares or make a massive profit.
Very economy-based.
Beautiful design.
It is.
So I wonder if they've brought anything new to the game or if it's just a complete reskin.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking the second there.
Yeah, I think so too.
We'll see what
find out.
Yeah, we'll find out. So now we get into a little more, a very different genre here. It's called the Isofarian Guard.
Oh, okay, so we're getting into the fantasy world.
Yeah, so what you do here is you explore Isofar, which is this fantasy world, as you strive to cleanse the land of ancient corruption. And you are going around basically... it's a solo co-op.
It's co-op. I'm in.
It's a co-op.
Okay, we'll play this one together.
Yes. And you're going around.
It's only 1 to 2 players.
1 to 2 players.
Okay.
You're going to like the timing on this one too. I believe it is 45 to 90 minutes a game.
Yep.
So the timing is good. And the price is a bit steep. $160 USD.
This is a huge commitment. So that's why you try it at Gen Con and see if it's really worth it.
That's right. We're gonna poke around there.
I just want to pull one tagline out of their description here. It says, "Welcome to Isofar, a wild land, severe in its beauty." I like that.
Yeah.
Whoever's writing this, if it's a narrative game, that phrasing hooks me.
It feels a little to me like maybe a Gloomhaven similarity, like it's in the Gloomhaven vein.
Very cool.
But we shall see.
We will find out.
Yes.
Okay.
Moving on to number 7, we have Star Trek Discovery Black Alert.
So this surprises me because you've never shown any interest in Star Trek before. Star Wars, yes.
Space theme.
Space theme,
won me there. Space theme won me over there. So and WizKids. When I saw WizKids, I'm like, oh, okay, WizKids.
Okay.
I have Mage Knight from them, and I like some of the stuff they do. And it's so I thought, well, you know what? Maybe the publisher, the good publisher. I do like Star Trek. I don't hate it. So
okay, so you split into teams. You're either part of the ISS Discovery or the ISS Tehran, and you're taking turns. And sorry, I'm not a Star Trek fan. I apologize if I did not pronounce that ship correctly.
Yeah.
But so one crew's trying to get home, and the other crew wants to capture their ship and get some of their technology.
That's right. Yep. And so it's kind of a back and forth. It's a team based, and it is about a 1 hour play and $55, decent price tag.
Okay.
And so I am most curious about that one.
Oh, that sounds good.
Moving on to number 6, we have War of the Rings.
Oh, yeah, predictable.
Against the Shadow expansion.
Yes, yeah. If there's anything Lord of the Rings-ish, I know you're going to be all over that.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So Lord of the Rings is a 1 to 2 player game, running in about 60 minutes long.
Yeah. So the mechanism says it's a campaign, battle card-driven game. So lots of card play, also cooperative. You're really into the cooperatives this time.
I am.
Nice.
Yeah. So another cooperative. Well, we have a little balance because we started with some economy, and now we're going to some.
And this is just an expansion.
This is the expansion. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You can experience the adventure alone or cooperatively.
Exactly.
I would try this with.
Oh, jeez, Flash. Excellent. All right, so moving on to the top 5 now. Number 5 coming in is Cascadia Landmarks.
Oh, okay.
So
you're a real fan of the original.
I did love Cascadia the original, and that's kind of what won my heart here. I was like, okay.
So is this kind of have you even read on this, or are you just sight unseen? I'm going in.
Kinda, but I did. So I did just a little bit, just to give you a little taste here. Cascadia Landmarks is an expansion. Players create sprawling habitats, place beautiful natural landscapes, and adding to the actual base game.
So we'll probably have more habitats, more creatures,
landmarks, special things you can add to each.
Okay, right. So just take the game amplified. So if you like the base Cascadia,
there'll be some new bonuses apparently, some end game bonuses. So there'll be those things. So so looking forward to that one too, and seeing what they do with Cascadia.
That sounds cool.
Number 4. Thunder Road Vendetta.
This doesn't surprise me at all. We've been spending some time with race games lately.
Yes,
Apocalypse
we certainly
Road,
have.
Thunder Alley, now Thunder Road. So, what I noticed about this one that seems different from the others is that this has dice.
Yeah.
So we haven't had dice in any of the other ones we've been playing with.
Die rolling game. It's all been card driven before.
That's right. And so I'm curious, and it sounds like you can assign the dice to, say, repairs certain parts of your vehicle. This almost feels like it's going to be a cross between Apocalypse Road and Thunder Alley. Because there's the cars and the repairs, and that's Thunder Alley. But there's also
fighting is one of the scenes that we were like, when I saw that too, I thought, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Something that I'm probably going to enjoy.
And this is based on the original 1986 game, and Restoration Games is a company that is updating old games that people loved and putting new mechanics on those with, retroactively understanding what mechanics work now and trying to beef those games to the next level. So
the specs in this game kind of come in right where I like 2 to 4 player, and you and I kind of both agree a racing game is probably best 3 to 4.
Yeah.
So I like that. I like that it was about a 45 to an hour and a half game. That's about the perfect timing, and $60. That's a price I could pay.
That's cool.
Yeah, so looking forward to that one. Getting into number 3.
Top 3. Here we go.
Davy Jones' Locker, the Kraken Wakes.
That sounds pretty cool. 1 to 4 players.
1 to 4, and again, it's got so it'll have a solo option on it. It's co-op.
Are there miniatures?
I hope so.
There are.
There are miniatures.
Okay. I knew the answer. It was rhetorical.
I saw this and basically clicked, I want this, I want it bad, because it really reminded me of Robinson Crusoe.
Yes. Yeah.
And I love Robinson Crusoe, so really the name itself almost won my heart right there. I was like, oh yeah, I gotta, and knowing that it was a cooperative.
Yeah. Well, what makes me think that you might like this is the game Jaws. If you've played Jaws, it's played in 2 parts. You play the first side of the board, and you're searching for Jaws around the island. Then you flip it, and that's when you actually have the encounter. So it's a game in 2 acts, and this does the same thing where I think you're pirating around, and then the second act will be fighting the Kraken.
Right, so it'll two phase kind of game.
Yes, the Kraken awakes in Act 2, and then you get sucked into a whirlpool.
Awesome. So we're doing it's an action event, co-op card game, and a fighting game. So there'll be a lot of different actions and elements to this game.
So what
coming in at number 2. So we shift again, focus a little here to Sagrada Artisan's Legacy.
That doesn't fit with any of the other games whatsoever.
Exactly. Keep it mixed up. Mix it up, man. Got to mix it up. So this is a legacy game of card drafting and window coloring. So
Legacy
I really liked Sagrada the original.
Okay.
And so I think I'm most intrigued with how they're going to make it into a legacy.
Yeah. Who would take Sagrada and be like, now that's
here's a legacy idea, right?
Because to me, it's almost like an abstract game,
right?
And legacy games are meant to be stories.
That's right. So how are they going to? And so turning that into, you're crafting a window. Maybe you become a master crafter, a master builder, or a designer. So I don't know what they're going to do, but I am most intrigued because I liked the original Sagrada, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, what can you do Yeah.
Okay.
And I love legacy games, so as you'll see in the next one as well.
Well, I think the emphasis is on the word artisans. So we have the players are gaining new abilities, and other gameplay details will evolve throughout. So that's interesting. Oh, it's paper and pencil too. So really customizing things here, and maybe there's a bit more permanence there with paper and pencil.
Right. So we'll have to see what they come up with for that one.
Very cool. Okay, and on to your number one. What have you saved?
I saw this title and instantly knew it was going to be my number one pick. And it is Ticket to Ride Legacy. In fact, you knew it. You kind of had a thought, too, that maybe this would be a game that I'd love.
Well, because you are a man who likes to play games with your family.
I do.
And Ticket to Ride is super accessible.
And it's also a legacy game.
It is a legacy, 2 to 5 players. And so how do you think the legacy will change the dynamic of the game?
Well, I know it's a 12-game campaign.
Oh, okay.
A legacy campaign, and I am trying to kind of temper my expectations, realizing that I don't want to get my hopes too high.
Right. Yeah.
So I want to keep it realistically with what to expect, but I am kind of cautiously optimistic this is going to be an amazing game.
It's interesting because the description makes it sound like there's a slow progression from east to west. And I can't picture that because in Ticket to Ride, it goes
anywhere.
You just lay your tracks down as willy-nilly.
You're going as fast as you
can. So I'm
can.
wondering if the boards evolve. We'll have to see how that works. But
very curious to see a little more on that game, and that is my number one.
So it allows people to change the way the story unfolds around them, evolving mechanisms, change the way the game progresses. And you have a new experience every time you gather around the board. And it is a board that you can continue to play after you've finished legacying it up.
Awesome.
That's nice.
That's a nice little bone. The game's just not over.
Yes, so you make your customized board, and then that's your
compared to Pandemic Legacy series, that one was more like you're done with the
you can keep playing on that board, but I've never cracked mine out. I just go back to the original.
Exactly.
Yeah,
awesome.
Absolutely. So there you have it. Those are Cax's top 10 picks that we're going to check out at Gencon. Please like, subscribe, join the channel if you'd like to see more content.
And don't forget to get out there,
get gaming,
and be legendary.